Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of The Surfer's Journey. Today is all about surfing etiquette's #1 rule, and it's something that's really misunderstood, and a lot of beginner surfers and intermediate level surfers get it wrong. And when you get it wrong, it means that all the other surfers in the lineup are going to potentially hate you. And I know that hate's a really strong word, but it's needed to emphasize how important this point is. You have to get it right. If you get it wrong, you're going to potentially ruin the surf sessions of everybody else in that lineup. And guys, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe now, so you can stay up to date with all of my latest videos and tutorials. And you can also follow The Surfer's Journey on Instagram. But for now, let's get into today's video. Now here we see me and Kale paddling for a right-hander, and because Kale's on the inside closest to the breaking part of the wave, he has priority, so it's his wave. So if a surfer who's paddling on the outside continues to paddle and takes off anyway, it's called dropping in, and it's the most disrespectful and frustrating thing a surfer can experience. It's absolutely not okay. So if you do it and it's a mistake, make sure you pull off the wave as fast as you can, because you'll be ruining that wave for the other surfer, which is going to make him really frustrated. In this example here, we can see me paddling for a left-hander, so I'm closest to the peak and I have priority. And this surfer here has dropped in on me. Dropping in is dangerous and can often cause people to hit each other, boards get damaged, and people can get hurt. But there's a lot more to the rules than that. There are many rules to consider when it comes to surfing etiquette, and I've got another video which outlines every single one of those, and I'll put that link at the end of the video and in the comments. But the most important rule that you need to understand is, how do we know whose turn it is? I'm going to spend this whole video breaking it down step by step so that you understand exactly how to apply this rule every time you go surfing. Now in this example, you might think that this surfer has priority. It's a left-hander and he's closest to the breaking part. But in actual fact, it was me that had priority, even though I was further away from the peak than he was. This might sound confusing, but let me explain why. Let's focus on these two surfers for a minute. Let's just say that they've both paddled out at the same time. Well, it'll be this surfer who has priority. If this is a left-hander, he's ended up closest to the peak, so he will have priority. Now when the surfer with priority catches a wave, they'll end up at the back of the line. I think that's pretty clear and something we would all understand. But the other way a surfer loses priority, and one way which is commonly misunderstood, is this: when you paddle for a wave and you miss it, like this surfer here. If that happens to you, you lose priority and you end up at the back of the line. Let's discuss waiting time. You might have some surfers who are really patient, so this surfer has decided to paddle on the inside of this surfer. Even though this surfer here has been waiting longer, the other surfer has gone on the inside of him, which is called snaking or being snaked. It's not cool, and it doesn't give you priority over the other surfer who's been waiting longer. Another key thing to understand, which is always misunderstood, is that wave count has no impact on whose priority it is. The better surfers in the lineup will probably be catching way more waves than the less advanced surfers. That's because they know where to sit and where to position themselves. If they're following all the rules, then they've done nothing wrong. Let me explain that further with this example. Let's just say that my mate in this surf session has caught 2 waves, and I've happened to catch 10. Well, that doesn't mean that he has priority over me, that he can just paddle out and snake me because he's got less waves. Now, like I said, it can be frustrating, but with time and practice, you'll be able to improve your positioning and your ability to read waves and put yourself in the best position to catch more waves. Now in this example here, you're going to see two surfers on the same wave. One of them was a right-hander and one of them was a left-hander coming together. Well, an example like this is the surfer who was up first that has priority. So it'll be this surfer here. But if both surfers can surf those waves independently without impacting each other, well then it doesn't matter. Let's just say that two surfers catch waves simultaneously. Well, it'll be the first surfer who reaches the lineup that gets priority. So in this case, it's me with priority. But if the other surfer or any other surfer paddles on the inside of that surfer trying to take that priority position, well, that's called snaking, and as we know, that's not cool. But if you're happy to sit on that inside position and let the other surfer go, then there's no issue with that. There's a lot of things to understand when it comes to surfing etiquette, but if you follow these principles and rules, you and everyone else in the surf is going to have a great time. Guys, thanks for watching the video today. I hope that now you understand this rule and you understand why it's so frustrating for everybody else if you don't understand it, because you're going to end up dropping in on people and it's going to cause conflict and ruin the vibe out in the water. At the end of the day, when we talk about surfing etiquette, all we're talking about is treating other surfers how you want to be treated. Do you want to wait for 15, 20 minutes for a wave and then have somebody else drop in on you? No, you're not going to like it. So why would you do it to someone else? Remember to like the video and comment below to let me know what other videos you'd like to see. Thanks guys, I'll catch you in the water. The Surfer's Journey now has a range of apparel available, from beanies to t-shirts to hats and coffee cups. For more information on how you can place your order, email thesurfersjourney@gmail.com. Be sure to visit The Surfer's Journey and check out some of our other videos, surfing tutorials from point of view, from the air and from the beach, and detailed, honest board reviews. You can also follow us on Instagram where we post hints and tips.